You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing to be back in the Black Box as we blow a succession. The constant, continuous, consistent content creation campaign continues. But today I'm not by myself. I got Nooney Green in this motherfucker. Nooney.
And you do know that. We in the Black Box.
That's right. We been thugging all day today. We just did back on Fig. Shout out to T-Rail, Smack, and the whole team there. We had a ball doing back on Fig. If y'all ain't seen that, go tap into our episode. And we just figured that we'd keep it going with this content creation. We're in the Black Box. I feel grateful to have my partner Nooney in here. And we just want to tap into some current events, read some comments, give our thoughts, and do some reactions if y'all don't mind. Sound all right with you, Nene?
Yep, I'm ready.
That's right. Hey, you know what? Today is the anniversary of the passing of the neighborhood, Nip the Crip, man. TMC to the homie, man. Much love.
TMC.
Now, Young Scooter. You familiar with Young Scooter outside of this? I'm really just getting familiar with him. I heard his name, but I don't know nothing about him.
Yeah, I was familiar with him like back in the early 2009, 2010. He had a song, but besides that, no, not really.
I think it's tragic. He lost his life so young.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And it's some real crazy circumstances surrounding. Let's see what they talking about. Rest in peace, Young Scooter.
A developing story now out of the Atlanta area. Several agencies now involved in the investigation into the death of an Atlanta rapper after police say he died while running from officers. Take a look here. This tweet from the New York Post highlighting all of that, saying, quote, rapper Young Scooter dead on his 39th birthday in a freak accident while fleeing Atlanta police. A lot going on here, so let's bring in Lindsay Tuman, joining us live at the headquarters for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation with the latest. Good morning, Lindsay. Obviously, a lot known and a lot still left to figure out here.
A lot of questions surrounding this case, and that's exactly why Atlanta police asked the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to step in and handle this investigation. They say this all started when that man was fleeing from police when they were trying to surround a home.
A large police presence filled the area around William Nye Drive in southeast Atlanta Friday night.
Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location.
When officers got on the scene, they say they knocked on the door. A man answered, then immediately shut the door on officers.
The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing.
Investigators say when they located the man, they found him injured.
There was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injury to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
The 39-year-old was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital, where he later died. There have been a lot of questions over what happened on social media, which is part of the reason Atlanta police called in the GBI to investigate the incident.
And this is why we're here doing this press conference, to put out there that the Atlanta Police Department has not been involved in any shootings tonight. And the incident on William Nye, there was not a shooting at all.
That's crazy. What's your thoughts on that, man?
You know what? It was his birthday. And they said they was called there because it was gunshots and somebody was drugged back in. It just seemed something he shouldn't have been, man. It just sounded like he shouldn't have been there. And the fact that you may have hopped the gate and injured yourself and died, it's just like, it's just a crazy way to go out. You know, it's just, man, you got to make better decisions and choices.
Yeah, you know, they would probably often or most likely say if he wasn't doing nothing wrong, he wouldn't have ran.
true, but he could have just, right.
On your birthday?
Yeah, it's like, what do you got going on? You supposed to be enjoying, celebrating your life. How you get caught up in all this? It's just like, man, you got to know when to exit and leave, because that is very sad to die on your birthday to a freak accident. People fall hopping the gate every day.
And if y'all didn't notice, the officer didn't show no sympathy. He wanted to make sure it was clarified. They didn't shoot him. And guess what? He died because we had to come out there and they was running, and so what? He didn't show no sympathy for his life being lost.
Right. He didn't. He was just trying to CYA.
Yeah.
You know, like, we ain't do it, but...
Yeah, CYA. If y'all don't understand, cover yo, you dig a lies.
Yeah.
Somebody say, is that the artist from the feature on the record? Yes, that is her, Nooney Green. Yeah, no mistake.
Yep.
Oh, my mama.
We in this thing. But yeah, man, shout out to him and his family. You know, R.I.P. It's tragic. I guess we gonna hear more about it. I guess they're gonna have to do an autopsy.
Yeah, it's got to be some more developments. But just think about, like, don't it seem like every week it's a new rapper from a new area losing his life or catching a case or something very dramatic happening?
Man, it does. It makes you wonder, like, what has artistry and hip hop turned to? Seriously. Because, you know, I know most people just want to rap, and it seems like you can't just rap no more. You got to get involved in a shootout, a killing. If you're not getting shot at, you're going to jail for doing something. It done got real complicated for something so simple as to make poetry, you know? So
that's deep. And do you see it changing for the better at all ever? Or do you think it's going to run this course and this is where it's going to be?
I honestly don't see it changing for the better. I don't. I see it getting worse and worse just throughout my time living and being a fan of hip hop. That's exactly what it's done. Got worse.
That's right. Definitely true. Do you think it's because the people down here at the bottom, this is just all they know how to express? Or do you think it's the people at the top have more of an interest in pushing this type of content to the forefront and just overlooking more quality content?
I think it's both. I think down at the bottom, this is all you gonna rap about your environment and what you live in, and beef and all. That's all very natural, you know, in our environments. But I think the record labels and stuff push it, but also the people, they enjoy it until somebody pass away.
But we enjoy, like, Jadakiss, one of my favorite MCs. He has a gangster reputation, but one of my favorite records is Why.
Right.
And it's not a gangster record. He didn't compromise what we consider gangster about him to do that record, but it's a record that's creative. It has a message. It's not corny, but it's not gangster. It's not hard. It seems like that lane of hip hop is gone.
It's gone. Yeah. I remember that record. He had Anthony Hamilton on the hook.
Yes, blowing.
Yeah. That's a really good song. You know what, you're right. I think young people who are becoming upcoming artists, they feel like they need to do that type of music. A lot of time, if you put out a real dope song, it won't get you no play. But be dissing somebody, everybody, you heard such and such, this, such and such. And it's sad. I mean, it is sad, but I get it too, you know, because it's like this whole, I call it the love and hip hop era, where it's like, it gotta be some drama for me to even for me at times. Like, I will, you know, go hear something I never heard because somebody's dissing somebody, or I do it too. So I'm not just, you know, pointing a finger. Yeah, like, I'll do it too. Like, what? Such and such. Like, the whole Kendrick and Drake. Not to bring that up, but it was like, that's what I'm like, what? And I clicked on it, you know, so.
You know what? That's a good point, because this is the first time since Kendrick is being considered a superstar that I personally resonated with one of his records from his input. I like the construction of certain records, the beat, the hook, and the whole record. But him and his presence and what he did on the record, this is the first time since he's been a superstar it really resonated with me. And I feel it ironic that with all he's done, his accomplishments, his biggest record is a diss record.
I think that proves the point.
Yeah, definitely does.
The biggest record is and one of my favorite records from Kendrick is Poetic Justice.
I love the feel of that record, but I can't really quote what Kendrick said, and I say this from an MC standpoint, I'm usually drawn to rap music based on what the rapper said.
Right.
And being a period Kendrick at one point, I used to can relate to what made him dope. When he became a superstar, I kind of lost what it was that everybody was so excited about.
Right.
But with this record, I think he dumbed it down just enough for me to get his what makes him special.
For sure. And it almost made it feel like, you know, it was an anthem for us in general, the whole coast. Like, they not like us.
Indeed.
So
whether he intended it like that or not, it came off like that. And I think that was what made it so successful, because everybody felt like they was a part of that record out here.
Yep. And then smashing on Drake, just, you know.
Yeah. Not often do the top guy get to fall so hard.
Right. And smashed him bad.
I think that was something, for me personally, and for a lot of people, I think that the most, like I did, assumed that was impossible for Drake to go through that type of thing.
Yeah. Especially after, like, the Meek Mill.
Yes. That back to back was the one. Until this one, that was the one.
And to see him get just destroyed, and no matter how many records you put out, you can't do nothing with Not Like Us.
And he's yet to make a public presence or pop out somewhere to where it matters enough. It seemed like Drake is kind of like hiding. He's tucked away, going through legal shit. Like, Kendrick really fucked him up.
He having a meltdown somewhere. And the time I did see him pop out, I seen a little clip going around where he got the shirt and he got like bullet holes in it and the smoke coming out. It just looked corny. Just was, it's not doing, I mean, he always, in my eyes, looked a little corny, but even more now. It's more. Just like,
because he had some corny, but it seemed like he was doing it intentionally in order to like score over there in that genre. But I'm doing that and I'm really can just tuck back in regular. But now it seems like he's more of that other shit, and Being Like Us was the pretend part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
That's crazy.
Shout out to both of them. Shout out to Drake and shout out to Kendrick. You know, Drake still, you know who Drake is. He still got a whole lot of records, and he's a good artist, you know. I
think his reaction makes the win even bigger on Kendrick's side. If Drake would have stayed more active, stayed in the public, kind of laughed it off, I don't think it would be such a big deal. But it seemed like he has no answer. He doesn't know how to be himself anymore almost.
Yep. It really picked him apart.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think he should have immediately dropped one of them bangers I know he got, you know, loaded up. Like, yeah, all right.
No singing.
Right. You had that. Here go one.
Right.
But I ain't heard it. So, and then he did drop a album with Party Next Door. And man, I tried to listen to it. I tried to like skip, man. It was bad.
They say GNX is still out charting that.
Oh, for sure.
After being out for 4 months.
Man, for sure.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know, but, you know.
Did you get a glimpse of Erykah Badu yesterday or today? I seen her in a suit, man.
Yeah.
RDL, I see you in the chat, my low. It's the deal. I thought I knew what type of point she was trying to make. Now, I'm not quite so sure. Let's check her out, though.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Peace and love, how y'all feel? Sisters, how y'all feel? This night is for us. It's a night to celebrate the womb of the world. The womb of life. The universe of all things. The smartest creature on planet Earth. The wisest, the most invincible. Sexiest, purest, finest. The woman. Thank you so much. I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be born a woman. I'm coming. I want to thank my mother and all the mothers. Miss Tina You said it well. All the mothers. I see Doji's mama out there. All the mothers. Thank you so much for giving us so much inspiration and examples of what it means to be resilient, what it means to take charge, what it means to be courageous, what it means to be authentically ourselves. And that's
Damn, I thought one of the key elements of womanhood was being submissive. She didn't throw that one in there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
how we gonna
It's a privilege not to have to take charge. You know, like, having to take charge all the time, man, you get weary.
True. But I think that's a burden that a lot of our women have been bestowed upon them, but they've learned to champion in it. It's not like it was their choice, but like Jeter, smiling through it all. It's not like, and sometimes it comes off as celebration, but it's just probably expressing the struggle.
Right.
All right.
That's all I want to do. I don't really have a lot of things to say, but I want to end with this story. My daughter is out here. Her name is Puma. She's over there. My sister Joy is out there. This is for both of y'all. But here's my story. I was bathing my youngest daughter, Mars. And Mars was about 4, and I was bathing her and I was washing her up. You teach them while you're washing them up. And I said, and this is the vagina. And she said, oh, vagina. Yeah, I said, yes, it's the vagina. It's the most important thing on the planet. And Mars said, really? Then she looked at me with those big brown eyes and she said, where is the planet's vagina? Maybe it was too much of a pause between the punchline and the... One more time, I told her. That's the...
Get it, Erykah. But what I didn't get initially, because all the headlines when you saw this said she wore that costume to throw a slap in the face of BBL culture.
Right.
And I thought that was the end of it. But as me and you was chopping it up, we ran across something different.
Right.
So you want to care to kind of...
Yeah, so I think that, like, long ago, we gonna watch the video, but long ago there was a black woman with big titties and big ass, kind of like what we call a BBL body now.
Yes.
But before BBLs, naturally, and Europeans or white people was so fascinated by it that they put her like in like a zoo setting where she was like to people to see it.
A freak show.
Yeah, a freak show. Mm-hmm. And so I think that maybe was what she was trying to spark. You know what I'm saying?
I think so as well.
But it just got BBL,
And if you could help me out as this video plays, it's like kind of like some words on the screen. If you could read them.
Yep, let's do it.
All right. I don't know. Let me turn this down just a little bit so I won't bleed so much. But where's she at? Her name is, what's her name?
Sarah Bartman.
Yeah, that's her name. All right, here we go. Can't read it? That shit loud.
We blocking it.
Okay, let me pause it. Oh, we blocking it?
Yeah.
Let's do this. We got to get up out of there one
Okay,
time.
boom, there you go.
All right, let me start it back over. And then, there you go.
Okay, so let's say Sarah was a woman with a huge backside. She was born in 1970. She was one of the first black women known to be known to be what was called resulting in extremely prominent buttocks due to the building of fat. Sorry, y'all. I could read, y'all.
It's cool. It's like condensed.
Yeah.
Don't trip. Keep it going. I'll pause it on the next screen. Switch up.
As a result of her huge backside, she was exhibited as a freak show attraction in the 19th century in Europe under the name of
Hotel of Venice.
Hotel of Venice.
Yeah.
Wow.
There might be one more slide of information.
Showmen exhibit her throughout Europe where in an embarrassing and dehumanizing spectacle, she was forced to sing and dance before crowds of white onlookers.
Now I'm starting to understand where Erykah coming from. So, with that context, I think Erykah was trying to say, with this BBL, getting up on these stages, have dresses all the time, popping your pussy, and that's all you have to do. I think she was trying to say, hey, look, at one point, they used to force us to do this and laugh at us.
Right.
And she was trying to bring back to a conscious level the black female in entertainment that, you know, let's not disrespect Sister Sarah and celebrate being gawked at and looked at and even altering our bodies to look more like, I think that's what, that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And now reading that, I think so too. It's like now it's a bunch of Sarahs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was supposed to be a freak show, and now almost like we have, you know, we became that, you know, like that's what we want to do.
Now they're spending thousands and thousands to achieve a similar look.
Right. When it was a freak show and off. And yeah, man, Erykah Badu, she is a real amazing artist and very talented. And I think she was trying to send a message. I don't know if it got across because we look at headlines so much. I didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, why did she do that? Like, I was like, why? Why would you do that? You know, but I get it.
If we hadn't decided to go live and I wasn't trying to get that clip, I wouldn't have stumbled across the Sarah Barman clip and it wouldn't have fell into context. No. I would have still thought simply she's trying to tell people, oh, y'all look ridiculous with all. I thought it was just that deep. That was the end of it. But I'm glad to find out, because I was familiar with the story of that lady, but I didn't realize that's the point she was making.
Yeah. You know, you got to love yourself and, you know, save some for yourself.
Yeah. The imagination. And you know what else I noticed, Nooney? I swear to God, when I be seeing these women that seem are actually from Africa, they have the bodies that like the BBL bodies that these motherfuckers is trying to get.
Right.
The African women got them up.
Naturally.
And
they ain't doing nothing extra. Whatever they doing, they got it. It's nothing. It's really nothing to put on. But I get it though. I do get it. I do get where these women are coming from, and they probably are feeling the pressure to do that.
They are.
You know, so I'm not. If you know, get it how you live. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, man, I think you could will some of that in. You know,
I used to be totally against it, and then I had stumbled up on somebody before and after pictures of their BBL, and I was like, damn, I get it for you.
Yeah, hey, do what you got to do.
Yeah, I get it.
If you got the money, don't die doing, you know, make sure you at the right place. If that's what you want to do to feel better, then we can't, you know, who am I to say don't do something, but just, you know, sometimes when you scrolling on Instagram, and not my Instagram, because I don't look at that type of content, but other Instagrams, man, all you see is, you know, a woman turned around.
That shit is, it go from being ooh to ugh.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
Like that, all you know how to do?
Is just shake your ass. Like, my goodness. You know, show your face, show your outfit, you don't need no outfit no more. It's just, let me turn around and twerk this ass, and I'm going to get the likes and the attention, but what attention are you really getting?
Right, and what makes you so comfortable sticking your ass up for everybody to see? I don't get that.
That AAA shit, that shit then, man, we take shit too far sometimes, man. It's like and that's another thing. Everybody's doing it. We can't let people rock in their lane. Once they see this was what's going on, everybody. And it kills it off.
The twerking killed me. There's no age limit.
Oh.
I got some seniors out there popping it like, man, golly.
Seniors, young girls, it's pretty bad because that's all they know. They growing up seeing their aunties and their mama and it's just, so I be like, man, turn around. Like, if we don't, it's almost like we don't know how to dance no more.
That we don't. And it's like, that used to be like the strip, that like all that popping and wiggling. You would have to be in certain settings to see certain type of dancing, but now that's the mainstream dance move.
Yeah, that's the norm.
And I hate to see a grown woman with her minor female child doing them same moves together. I don't understand why they think that's cool either.
No, it's not cool. It looks ridiculous. But the fact that you so blinded that you don't even, sometimes you just gotta say shit out loud or just take yourself out of it. It looks crazy. But I mean, I make sure I got twins, man. They even started to arch their back.
How old are the twins now?
They 2 years old, man.
Right.
I be like, and one of them, Stoney, her name's Stoney, she like to dance. So I be...
My grandbaby, I got daughters, and then my grandbaby, she 5, so every time she doing some, I don't like all that wiggling. But you can tell she mimicking her mama and then, hey,
yeah,
I don't like this. Why, Papa? I don't like it. I don't do that. I don't wiggle all that wiggling.
Yeah, I be trying to show my kids like older like videos. Like we was watching the Queen Pen video, A Party Ain't a Party. And just older videos, Missy Elliott, just to show them a different
Something
type of
different,
dance.
Yeah.
Because Missy was dancing too, and it wasn't no twerking.
Even Sierra,
exactly.
Was a bad motherfucker. Janet Jackson.
All of them.
Dance was a big part of their routine without being raunchy.
Right, exactly. Period.
Yeah. Now not only is the dance move raunchy, the clothing is raunchy, the lyrics are raunchier.
Yeah.
It seems like the female is doing her best rendition of a nigga. And they try to keep it sexy, but just outside of the sexiness, it's all this masculine nigga energy.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It is a lot. I mean, me neither. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it, and it's just a bad look. And
I hate when the bad females, the sexy feminine females, rapping and they think it's cool to make the gun gestures. That shit looks stupid to me. Why they always got long, sexy ass nails, but you want to do the gun like you a nigga? You ain't got to do that move.
Man, I've just seen like a new Chicago artist. I think I forgot her name, but she's pretty and she could rap. And she's shooting a video and she got like 2 guns in her hand. I'm just like, is the guns necessary? Like, if you can't express it with your word, I mean, I don't know, man.
I remember, rest in peace, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. I had an opportunity to do some writing for her. And throughout the process of me writing for her, I remember her coming and being concerned about her image and was like, hey, if you happen to reference any guns or anything of that nature, can you make it like a metaphor for my lyrics? She did not want, because Suge was trying to switch her whole image. He was calling her Nina, having to wear all black leather with dark shades and take pictures with all the rest of the artists on the real dark. And she was really concerned about being seen in that light. And she did not want to be rapping about, she knew, with us writing for her, it was me, Eastwood, and Crooked Eye. She knew it wasn't going to be straight corny. But she just asked, like, if you refer to any guns or anything, just make it be like a metaphor for my lyrics instead of something I'm actually supposed to be doing. And I get that, but that's non-existent, it seems to me.
No. It's not. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it is a lot of gangster females who, like we were just talking about, take that load on, and so they, they do have to step out and do some stuff. But I don't know, man. Overall, yeah, leave some for the imagination. Use your metaphors. Use your talent, your gift, and that will give them. Because I'm trying to paint a picture with the words, really.
Right.
And if I gotta actually show you, then I need to rewrite my raps.
Right. That's a good way to look at it. Tell me one thing totally off subject, and we'll get on to our next subject. What's the biggest thing in the last 2 years, as far as lessons wise, you've learned from being a parent?
Patience. And letting them be them. I'm busy doing my thing, and I have to give them the space to learn and grow without reacting. Because I know, you'll see a lot of times parents get frustrated, they yelling, they screaming, and the child does something that they shouldn't do. And we know they shouldn't do it, but they don't necessarily know. And so I want to make sure they understand why they can't do that rather than just, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So just having patience and letting them be how old they are. Because they not going to be I got to teach them.
That's right.
And you got to have patience and teach them, rather
in
than
our culture, that's not always there.
No.
They scream, stump their feet, and kick that ass until you get it. Yeah.
Until you get it. And I want to have a more, just like them to be able to be emotional and let them work through their feelings without just being, be quiet, be scared to even say or do anything. Like, So that's my main thing, is having the patience and letting them do them.
That's right.
Period.
That's right. I commend that, because patience, I'm going to tell you, you got a long journey ahead of you, you're going to need plenty of it. Oh, my, you're going to need plenty of it. I think you mentioned Yella Beezy.
Yep.
And him finally being arrested on behalf of the Mo3 death. Rest in peace to Mo3.
Rest in peace to Mo3.
Like you, I feel like Mo3 was an extremely talented artist. I'm more familiar with him and his talent than I am anybody else involved. I'm not really familiar with Yella Beezy whatsoever, but I do got a clip because it's a lot of controversy surrounding this, and I thought we might want to react to this too.
Mo3 had one of the most brutal deaths in the rap game, and now his biggest op is facing the death penalty for ordering the hit. Yella Beezy and Mo3 were cool back in the day, but now Yella Beezy is booked on a capital murder charge, and we're breaking the whole thing down. In March 2025, the news broke that Yella Beezy had been arrested for Mo3's murder, but the cops don't think he's the one who actually pulled the trigger. The cops booked a dude named Keywan White for killing Mo3, but Yella Beezy is the one who allegedly set it up. According to court documents, Yella Beezy told Keywan White he'd pay him cash to take out Mo3, but nobody knows how much money Yella Beezy actually offered or if Keywan White even got paid. A dude named Devin Brown was also booked for being involved with the Mo3 hit, but it's not clear if Yella Beezy paid him too or if Keywan White is the one who got him involved. Keywan White and Devin Brown are both still fighting that case, but in 2022, Keywan White pleaded guilty on a gun charge and got hit with 9 years in prison. There's no proof behind the story yet, but rumors are flying that Keywan White or Devin Brown flipped on Yella Beezy to help beat their own case. We don't know how much evidence that the cops already had against Yella Beezy, but it is weird that he was walking free for 5 years, and now the cops think they have enough evidence to hit him with a murder charge. If Yella Beezy gets convicted for capital murder, then he'll be facing the death penalty, but there's a good chance that the prosecution will just go for a life sentence instead. It's a lot harder to convince a jury to sentence somebody to death, and that's why life sentences are way more common, even in states where they can go for the death penalty like Texas. Mo3 had a lot of love in Dallas, and people have been hating on Yella Beezy for allegedly taking him out. But what a lot of people don't know is that Yella Beezy might have already been killed if Mo3 was alive. Mo3 and Yella Beezy already had a deadly beef in the city, but it allegedly all started with a different shooting where Mo3 almost got killed.
Wow.
Yeah, I just had to pause it. Go ahead, you go first.
So, man, that's very telling, man. Shout out, man. First thing, you know, what first came to my mind because I never knew they was friends, is you got to watch who you call your friend, man. Damn. I thought it was like a beef since the gate.
No, they was partners. I seen pictures of them together looking young and hungry.
That is sad, man. That remind me of this remind me of Bankroll Fresh. You remember you in No Plug long time ago. They was, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway.
But they neighborhood nip. It's the anniversary today. But that's not a stranger. That was not a stranger at all.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of scenarios in that. But man, 5 years later to get picked up, something didn't happen. For sure.
I think allegedly, if what they're saying is true, forgot tired of sitting down doing that time and not getting looked out for. If that, you know, and that being, let's see what it's some more to it. It's about about 5 more minutes to this clip because they kind of went through the whole story. I remember seeing something on this the other day, and I don't know if this clip is going to include it, but early on the beef, when it got started, these niggas was on stage rapping together, and I think somebody from Yella Beezy crew was kind of giving this nigga Mo3 some like extra out energy. You could tell Mo3 wasn't feeling it. And I saw a little like video that kind of like explained that was the beginning. I don't know if it started from there, but that was early on. But let's see what they talking about.
Brian Rainwater was Mo3's manager, and he told Sage Cheese TV that everything started with a shooting at a club in Fort Worth. Go Yayo is a rapper from Fort Worth who was trying hard to pop off, but Rainwater said he was just going viral on the internet but didn't have any fans in real life. So when Mo3 started rapping and got booked for a show in Fort Worth, Go Yayo allegedly got pressed about it because he wasn't getting booked for shows in his own city. Some people claim that Go Yayo was also mad because he linked up with Mo3 in the studio one time and Mo3 dusted him on the mic. So when Mo3 went to Fort Worth to perform at a nightclub, Go Yayo and his crew allegedly pressed him. Nobody knows what really went down, but Go Yayo and Mo3's crews ended up getting into a shootout at the club and an innocent dude was tragically killed. After the shooting went down, Mo3 got booked for it,
That's a cold part of shit. It's always somebody innocent catching something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. These niggas apparently, they not beefing over no money. It's not the old traditional punani. They beefing over bars and clout and who popping.
And who getting booked.
Who getting booked? I guess that is money, who getting booked. Okay. But it seemed more like jealousy than the money.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy.
And it's like, work harder, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, man, I didn't know it was something that petty. Because, you remember that comedian? His name was like Roy Lee. I thought it was over that. I know Roy Lee was going at Yella Beezy, asking to fight.
He was, yeah, I remember that.
So I knew Roy and Mo was close.
I remember it less in the same documentary I saw mention that.
Okay.
That's where I can recall it from. But they were saying like dude was trolling, but he was serious too though. That shit wasn't all for play either though, but it was kind of taken lightly because he was a comedian.
And then he got shot.
Yes, yeah.
And died. And then it just, man. But I don't even know what that beef was about. Why was Roy Lee? And I mean, it's all seemed over silly stuff that didn't require people's lives to be taken.
Definitely, but I find it crazy that they can make these videos and know so much details about a beef. How do the man making this video know so much of who was thinking what and who did what and why they did it? How does this information become so common?
Seriously, I don't know what. Shout out to them, because I don't be knowing what be going on. I be having to go to them.
Oh God, if there's some street shit and you was really serious about it, I don't know how you end up communicating so much to where everybody know.
You right.
Once you get that serious, it's time to shut the fuck up and just be about what you about.
Exactly.
Let's see.
And was facing 13 years in prison. He ended up beating the charges, but the situation hurt his career and also sparked the beef that got Mo3 killed. Before the shooting, Mo3 just signed a major deal with Epic Records. But when he got booked for what went down at the nightclub, Epic dropped Mo3 from the label, and he had to make his own lane in the industry. Go Yayo didn't have as many fans as Mo3, but Brian Rainwater claims that a bunch of rappers in Dallas chose his side because they were jealous of how much Mo3 was popping off. Mo3 was cool with Yella Beezy and another Dallas rapper named Trap Boy Freddy back in the day. Trap Boy Freddy and Mo3 had a track together.
Now, I remember that name, and I believe when Mo3 was gunned down on the freeway, that dude was going live trolling shit.
Right.
I remember that.
Yep, Trap Boy Freddy.
He still alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Trap Boy Freddy's still alive.
They're called Landlord, and at one point, Yella Beezy said that Mo3 was one of the top 5 rappers in Dallas. But that all changed after the nightclub shooting. Mo3, Yella Beezy, and Trap Boy Freddy could have still squashed the beef if that was the only issue. But then, one of Mo3's homies got killed, and it took the situation to another level. Mo3 was tied with a comedian named Roy Lee. Nobody knows why Yella Beezy had tension with Roy Lee, but his crew allegedly jumped Roy Lee when they spotted him in the nightclub. After that, Roy Lee started clowning Yella Beezy on social media, and then they allegedly jumped him again because he wouldn't stop dissing them. That still didn't stop Roy Lee though, and he clowned Yella Beezy again and said he wanted to run a fade with him. Then in 2018, Roy Lee got shot in the leg and tragically died a couple weeks later. Nobody was ever booked for—
Wait, did he die from the gunshot?
Yeah, he died from blood clots.
Wow.
But off the gunshot though. Off the gunshot.
So what, you know a part of the legs? I know it's a main artery in your thigh.
Right.
And you can bleed out easy if you get hit in that artery. But it don't even seem like that what the case was.
No.
That's crazy.
But also when you laid up and your foot down, you could get a blood clot just from being laid up like that.
True.
So it's like.
But isn't that something, he was in the hospital, it seems like that's something they would be regulating.
You would think so,
right.
but.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Right.
Human error is involved in everything done. You're right. It's crazy.
pulling the trigger on Roy Lee, but rumors say that Yella Beezy and his crew were involved with it. And just a couple days later, somebody tried to take out Yella Beezy too. Yella Beezy was in his whip when somebody pulled up and started shooting. They hit Yella Beezy up 3 times, and Mo3 allegedly rapped about it on the track Word Around Town and said, "Word around town that somebody got found, slumped over in the car, body stretched out on the ground." And on the track 219, Mo3 rapped, "In the city they talking, they know what I did. I hit up that rapper, you made him famous. Yeah, he barely made it, but will not again." Mo3 was calling Yella Beezy on social media.
Yeah, these doing too much. These niggas having hundreds of thousands or millions, and out here playing Wild Wild West, and they documenting it on social media.
I could never.
These niggas is crazy.
And if the struggle is real, and I believe it is, especially for Mo3, you finally come about the struggle, you coming out and you turning back to deal with some shit you had to deal with your whole, man, it's no way in hell I get caught up in some shit after I'm already winning. You gonna really have to be putting my life, it had to be on, ain't no videos. It's gonna have to be on site, you threatening my life.
When I first heard about this shit, I didn't pay much attention to it. So I was just thinking like, it was like niggas living a decent regular life and an incident happened. Kind of like the nigga from the Amigos.
Okay,
shooting dice. Something happened.
Yeah.
Now that I'm realizing these niggas was owning, cracking, and living like this at the same time, like you say, it's like nothing motivates you to want to like step away and try to see what you can get out of this. These niggas like they was ready to crash.
Yeah. And that's why I think they say, be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you're not going to be ready for it. You got to be a mature individual to know. I mean, just imagine if Mo3 wouldn't have got shot down how he got shot down. He would probably be, I'm pretty sure he's still taking care of his family, but he probably could have did so much.
Oh, he definitely, what he had, because I'm not into the rap harmonizing that much. And I never really was hearing his music on record until after he died. I used to just catch clips of this nigga like standing in the kitchen going a cappella, and I used to get chills. That was a cold nigga.
He has so much talent, man, and he really should have realized that. Like, to me, honestly, everybody involved, Trap Boy, Freddie, Yella, Beezy, Mo3, the coldest.
They got the same style?
Not really, but Mo3 was, reason why Mo3 was so cold is that he had this like real soulful singing, but he also could rap. When I found out he could rap, I'm like, wow, he could really rap. So when somebody could sing better than you, out-rap you, you're going to be jealous. And it's up for you to know, this person's just jealous. Let me keep doing my thing. We're not going to even be in the same area. But it was hard because Yellow Beezy was popping. He had That's On Me, Baby, that song. And so he was popping, so it makes sense.
I know that record.
Yeah. It would make sense that they in the same, areas. But, man, it's really sad that they couldn't, meet up and have a discussion and say, hey, man, we both get into this money. I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone.
I agree, man. I agree. We got about 4 more minutes of this. Let's see what they talking about.
By calling him a whatchamacallit. And on 219, he also rapped, Lost asking about a body in Fort Worth. Have my show, but I do not recall it. You heard that rapper got shot in the tollway? No, I don't. Who? Whatchamacallit? Mo3 allegedly already had a bag on his head back then. And he also rapped, heard he put 10 on my head, so a shooter gonna end up in debt. How you gonna pay for a body, but tell the police I'm a threat? Around the same time all of that was going down, Mo3 started beefing with Trap Boy Freddie too. Trap Boy Freddie decided to keep rocking with Go Yayo after the nightclub shooting, and he dropped a track with Go Yayo, Yella Beezy, and some other dudes called Pick 6. Trap Boy Freddie and Mo3 started sending shots back and forth on social media. Mo3 wanted to run the fade with Freddie and pulled up to his hood, but Freddie allegedly ducked the fade and pointed a rifle at Mo3. Mo3 was taking shots at Yella Beezy and Trap Boy Freddie all over social media, and that's why they stomped out Mo3's manager, Brian Rainwater. They caught Rainwater outside of a club in Dallas called V Live and stomped him out so badly that he had to get a hip replacement and fix all the damage they did. And then in September 2020, Mo3 went to the same nightclub and got into a shootout. Someone started shooting at Mo3 when he pulled up, so he busted back and hit 2 people. And rumors say that Trap Boy Freddie was one of the dudes that Mo3 hit. Trap Boy Freddie told everyone he got into a car wreck, and that's why he was in the hospital. But Mo3 claims that Freddie was capping about it and just didn't want to admit that he got shot.
Is my op laid up in a hospital talking about he got in a car wreck? Boy, they talking about you broke your leg. Tell these niggas you really got hit up.
Mo3 kept clowning Yella Beezy for getting shot too, like on the track Out the Gym when he rapped, man, I'm with niggas, we decapitate a op. Better go tell them not to huddle up, cause I'ma catch all of them niggas and put them under. Break them all. I know you heard how we did such and such. Pull up and we'll fuck it up. Mo3 also talks about Yella Beezy putting money on his head and rapped, tired of dropping everything around him. Since he paying for it, yeah, I want the boss man. Whatchamacallit better tell him how I'm rocking, cause you already felt me. Damn near died on that freeway. Lord help him. Then just a few weeks later, Mo3 was brutally killed in broad daylight. According to some sources, Mo3 had just left a woman's crib and spotted somebody following him. Mo3 hit the interstate to try and get away, but the shooters were right on him. Mo3 stopped his car and tried to get his gun, but before he could get to it, there was already a shooter running down on him. Mo3 tried to run down the road, but the shooter caught him 8 times and left him dead in the middle of traffic. Right after it went down, everyone was saying that Yella Beezy or Trap Boy Freddy was involved with the hit, but there wasn't any evidence to back it up. And for a while, people were also saying that Mo3 got killed by a jealous dude because Mo3 was hooking up with his baby mama. And even Mo3's manager claimed that he got killed over a woman.
Mo3 never died over no rap shit. He died over jealous baby daddy.
But now the cops think they have enough evidence to put Yella Beezy away for life or even give him the death penalty. After Mo3 died, Yella Beezy kept blowing up in the rap game, but he's been running into legal drama the whole time too. In February 2021, Yella Beezy got booked on gun charges and rumors started going around that it was related to the Mo3 hit. Yella Beezy was released on the same day he got booked though, and it was clear he wasn't fighting a serious case. Then a few months later, the cops pulled Yella Beezy over and hit him with more drug and gun charges. Yella Beezy's career was popping off at the same time, and he got to open for Jay-Z and Beyonce, but then he got booked again for sexual assault and another gun case. And a few months before he got booked for allegedly putting a bag on Mo3's head, Yella Beezy got into a fight outside of a courthouse. According to rumors, Mo3's brother was involved with the situation, and Yella Beezy tried to jump in, but he slipped and hit the ground before he could even throw a punch. According to some sources, Trap Boy Freddy is allegedly involved with the Mo3 case too. Trap Boy Freddy pleaded guilty to gun charges back in 2022 and got hit with a 16-month sentence. But now he's allegedly facing way more time if he's wrapped up in the hit on Mo3 too. Nobody knows what kind of evidence the cops have right now, but if Keywan White or Devin Brown are working with the police, then it's going to be a tough case for Yella Beezy. They set his bond at $2 million, so Yella Beezy will have to put up $200K if he wants to be free before the trial starts. Yella Beezy could probably pay that and have a little bit of freedom, but there's a good chance he's going to be put away for life.
You know what I noticed? When I first started rapping, it was a concept of a studio gangster. And all the people having success in rap, talking tough, wasn't living that lifestyle.
Right.
Through the years, that's changed. These niggas is the real niggas, is the niggas with the deals.
Yeah. Yep, they was really doing that. You know, I think Mo3 didn't realize how big of a threat he was. Like, he was so popping and coming up and how he was getting at them on the internet. You almost, not to say force their hand, but I just, you know, in a sense of like, you more talented than me. If you don't have more money than me, it looks like eventually you are. Everybody can't live with that. I can't just have you on the internet talking crazy. And, you know, sometimes people don't realize how big they are. Like, you know, Mo3 was getting really big and he was a real target and a real problem for all his opposition.
It sounded like they was in a small area too, like blocks are like right around each other.
Yep, all in where they from. So, you know, I always say, you know, you got to be careful, man. And they said that, well, just what the internet is saying is that when Yella Beezy got shot, you know, Mo3 had something to do with that.
I heard that on the clip too.
So it's like, man, like, is this what y'all really want to do? Like, y'all want to kill each other?
Crazy. So allegedly the boy got shot. He do the wise thing and say I was in a car accident. This nigga went live like, fuck all that. Quit lying, man. You know what happened.
Wow.
One thing I can say, the two niggas that was at it, even though they was talking too much on the social, they wasn't dealing with the law.
Right.
They could taunt each other and claim what was going on without the other nigga going pointing. And now it looked like Yella Beezy allegedly kept it funky throughout the whole funk. And now he got told on.
Cold game.
Cold game.
Cold game. They didn't told on this man. They had to, you know, and it was like what you said earlier. You know, when somebody got a secret like that, it's damn near blackmail.
Yep.
Like,
that's why I learned, bro, through the years, it is very, very difficult to find someone you can actually classify as a friend, a confidant, and I mean through and through, because I've seen it all my life. Even when I was 17 years old, I had some boys in Alabama. We went to Alabama for a couple months, was buck wild, and we had a pack. We was doing all type of shit together. As soon as the law got involved, they told on.
Man.
On people, I'm talking about niggas that look you dead. But I learned this back in junior high school. I remember I used to do mischievous shit in the school, right? Like one time, One of my friends, we was in the school, you know, the shot put that you do in the Olympics, that ball.
Right.
I remember we was throwing it around, playing with it in the bathroom, and I had somebody like throw it to me right by the toilet on purpose, and I didn't catch it. And that motherfucker shattered the whole. So, bam, everybody like, shh, you ain't gonna tell. So I remember being in class, the principal come to the class, stand in front of the class with a stack of white papers and be like, okay, such and such happened. This happened on more than one time when I used to do shit.
Right.
But this is one time in particular. It's like, yeah, such and such happened. We don't want you to identify yourself. If you know anything about it, we're gonna pass these papers around. All you have to do is write the name down. You don't have to write your name. And I remember motherfuckers who knew about it, they be giving you the eye in the class, like, I got you. Without fail. It's only 3-4 people was in the bathroom. They go, everybody will pass their papers up, cuz 20 minutes later, you hear over the speakers, Curtis Williams, come to the office, please. Yeah, motherfuckers is gonna tell, bro.
For no reason.
No reason.
I mean, that was, and then you also, man, I think people be doing stuff, like even if these dudes apparently did that, they did it to be in good graces with Yella Beezy. And they had to, right? That's what I would assume. And it's like, then you realize, damn, that's not really worth that much. I'm losing, so you got to watch what you trying to fit into.
Broad daylight.
That's crazy.
Hopping out on foot on the freeway, running somebody down, and it's not personal.
It's crazy.
I don't understand how you got that much in you to do all that at that moment in that scenery. You throwing it away. How do you think you're going to get away with that? I wonder why Mo3 got out the car. Was it heavy traffic?
They say he got out the car because he was trying to get his piece. He had a little stash spot, and it was on, but he should have, how he talking, Spider, it should have been on his lap.
Yep. And
Period.
when you seen it was hot like that, fuck, man, I'm finna full speed, just keep it smashing. You ain't got time to stop. Niggas is on your bumper like that on the freeway. He must have also thought niggas probably was gonna do some pump faking.
Right.
Because we on the freeway, all these people.
Right.
If I get it, it might be a little pop, pop, pop. He must have think they was finna really just like,
And they was coming with big shit.
Big.
That, you know what I'm saying? That shit that you can't, and that's what it looked like. When he's getting his something, he's reaching in the car to get something, and then they get to shooting at the car. The dude start, and then he runs. He should have stayed in his car.
He should have stayed in the car. I would have never got out the car.
No. Yeah, you gonna find me slumped in the car.
Yep.
And if they do get me, and there was other cars that, I watched the video, it was other cars passing. I hate to say it, but I would have had to ride along somebody else. Like,
God, man, I'm not stopping and getting out. Tell me this,
Man.
was he in the car by himself?
Yep. He was in the car by himself, and it's just, he might have got, and when they bring up that female, that could be true. That might have, she might have like gave the drop on him. You know what I'm saying? She might have, but it seemed like that was purposeful. Yeah, but to gun somebody down broad daylight for another man.
I don't get it. I never heard a number. If it was for pay, how much it would have been for, but there's no way it's worth it. How long was they out after they did that? Well, after that happened, I'm gonna say they did.
Them two dudes?
Yeah.
Don't seem long. I can't really remember, but I remember they got arrested, because I remember the news line, like the two gunmen got arrested, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, and then how would you even out here still, like, if you pull something like that, you got to give me enough money to remove my whole family from out the country.
But even, you can't force me into that moment.
Yeah, no.
And knock on wood, I'm talking about hypothetically, you could never force me into that moment. If that's the mark, okay, but no, you can't force me into that moment. That'll have to be a personal threat or a vendetta. I'm not finna crash out on another nigga cause. That don't make no sense.
No, but do tell me that the energy was, we got to get him out of here before he get one of us. And so that may have changed that it's so desperate, we got to get this nigga, because if we let another day or another show go by, and he getting at us, he might, and then it'll be us. So I do feel like that's what I'm saying. Mo3 seemed like he was very dangerous, and he wasn't no let up. It wasn't no talking with him. He was on that.
Do you, on a different note, think that it's just a curse on hip hop, street hip hop, or like, why is it always us? Why rock and roll, country western don't never get their turn? Why is every time we turn around it's just us?
we are cursed. I do feel like we cursed, and the energy, even sometimes, me as an artist, when you're rapping that way, the energy is in you. You angry. You know, that's in you. It's just like this angry element around hip hop.
I know you've heard me say. The reason why I don't record at the pace I once did, I really don't know what to rap about.
Right.
I just not comfortable rapping the way I used to rap.
Right.
So I'm capable. I'm just not comfortable. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to rap about. Like every now and then something will come to me that makes sense, but just to get enthused about rapping, it's like I burnt myself with that bullshit so much. It's like my mind go there so often.
Yep. And that's how I be, like a lot of my angry songs, I literally be angry. Like that's the energy. You know what I'm saying? Of it's just anger. We listen to that shit all. I remember one day, man, I was getting up early in the morning and Chief Keef came on and I was just like, and I like Chief Keef. I was like, man, I gotta turn this shit off. It was literally making me angry. Like I started driving more aggressive and
that's deep.
It was just, man, I'm like, man, let me turn this shit off and just play because I'm not even on that type of.
That's deep because back in the day, I remember certain people jumped out, did some real violent stuff. I think either shot at some police. When they went in court, they were saying the Tupac music made me do it. And that was actually an argument. I don't know if it worked, but it was headlines, big news. I think Tupac was even having to get sued or come to court and fight. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
Of people saying the music made me do it.
Yeah. The music is like it's like the ice in a cup. You get what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think music could make you do something, but it's like this nigga doing it.
But just think about when you trying to set the mood on another thing, you put on R&B,
right?
Because it helps set the mood.
Yeah.
Music is
right.
It does motivate and it does. Just think when you want to teach kids something, you put it in a song.
You're right.
Because it helps stick to your memory and because a part of your music is very powerful. I'm not going to deny that.
You're right. It's deeper than that. You're right. You're absolutely right. You could, now that I think about it like that, you're right. Music is about, if you want to feel happy, if you cleaning up at a funeral, at his wedding, and damn near driving to the street.
Think about the spirituals. We're taught that our ancestors survived and communicated by singing and speaking from their soul, and those songs were very mood driven. Whether it was "Way by the Water" or it's so many of them, but it's always coming from a soulful area, and that's emotion. So that's why I think it's so obvious that the music that's at the height of our culture right now, it looks like what we see every time we see a female. She got to turn around and show her and jiggle her shit.
Yeah.
The music goes hand in hand.
You're right. The music go hand in hand. And that's really true because I remember I went on a reggae type vibe where I was just listening to reggae and drinking coffee and I was so happy and peaceful.
Everything was Irene.
Right. So, man, that's true, man. If it is, man, but regardless, though, because it's a lot of people who listen to the same music and do not do that, man.
You're right. You're right.
Ain't no song in this world could make me hop out and shoot somebody down.
Because if it was the music that much, we don't sell our music just to ourselves. Then we would see the same things being done with the other people listen to the music.
Right.
So it's something that's deeper than the music. You fucking right.
Yeah, and that rock, because that rock and roll, I don't listen to rock and roll, but that shit be demonic too.
Yeah.
You know, and they be the regular little riding around, nothing gets crazy. So it's just I feel it's a lot of, also you are idolized when you do stuff like that in our community. Like if you one of them ones. That's one of them niggas. He a killer. He a whoa. I don't really hear, man, he go to work and take care of his kids.
Nah.
I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Somehow the word gangster became the ultimate. So much that I see memes that got it fucked up now. They'll say the most gangster thing you could do is take care of your kids and be a good dude and da-da-da-da-da. Now, I agree. That's the best thing you can do. But why does it have to be gangster? It's like the only thing we can applaud is shit that's gangster. I remember my son, he's 18 now. I think he was in 5th grade. And I went to a parent-teacher conference, and he was going to a school in Carson, and his teacher was an Afrocentric lady. She wore dashikis, the turban hats, the earrings, the whole shit. And she called herself giving my son a compliment and told me he's like an intelligent thug. And I don't know if she looked at my tattoos and the way I carry myself and thought I was finna appreciate hearing that.
Right.
But I had to like check her, like, don't you ever. And I'm grateful to announce my son is not a thug.
Right.
But what she was trying to express once I corrected her, she was just trying to say that he wasn't no nerd, he wasn't no punk. And she's called, but he stood up for like, he wouldn't watch nobody get bullied and things. It wasn't nothing negative.
Right.
But she said he had a swag that was kind of like, but she thought it was cool to tell a parent, that, man, I couldn't. But that's, our culture has allowed those terms to be so acceptable that she thought it was cool to tell me that.
Yeah.
I was offended.
Right.
I couldn't, and she meant no harm.
Because just because you stand your ground and defend yourself don't make you a thug or a gangster.
But Tupac tried to make the concept of thug be so cool. I get where some people get it fucked up. Thanks for the super chat, Nick, on my mama.
Yep. Yeah, I was in my whole little Tupac phase, and even how Tupac did it, Tupac was so graceful. I mean, it's some songs that, he just getting straight to the point.
Right.
But overall, if you listen to his music, he was graceful, and he kind of, I don't know if it's true. I've heard, now that I'm older, I've seen different things about his life and how he grew up. Okay. But it just seemed like he did it, whatever he did it out of necessity. And, and he wasn't trying to glorify it or make it proud. He was just speaking on stuff because it's times where people really be hungry. We don't have anything. So I think they've turned that into, even thugging and being a gangster, a lot of that comes from not having anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so now that's why I don't get once you have it.
Right.
That was the original thing. I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to take care of my family. I don't have no shoes. I'm dusty. I'm whatever. I don't have no. And so once you get that, they just can't let that go.
But every other avenue, whether it be sports, not hip hop, if you sing R&B or you play, or you just go to college or go to the fucking service, everybody else gets the idea, I come from here, but I want to get more to get away from here.
Right.
But with this rap shit, it's like, I come from here, it's a horrible thing, but I want to get more so I can stay here and dwell here and allow the elements to eventually overtake me. That's just crazy.
But do you think it got something to do with the audience you built while you were on the come up? Because it's like, okay, I was talking about my struggle. I was talking about my pain. My audience want me to talk about that. My struggle and pain is to a point now where it may be over, and I got to keep my, because they'll say, oh, the nigga got Hollywood, or he.
I can speak from experience. Yes, you do feel, but it's not like it's a pressure you put on yourself because it's non-existent. Because right there, when you come and you still on the block and you going from the block to the hills in real time, you'll have people right there telling you, what the fuck you doing?
Right.
You need to get the fuck away from here.
Right. But
you just so used to it. It depends on your lifestyle. You call yourself running the street, gang, you'll find yourself doing real ridiculous shit. And that can be the reason, the excuse, or whatever. And it might be a lot of minute different ways you could break it down. But if you gangbanging and associated with this shit for real, and you come up and you live in gangster rap, you have no motivation to disappear.
Right.
That's your whole foundation. This is what you pushing. This is what you talking about. Especially 20 years ago, it was all about the crew, being deep. And now it was easy to get caught up into.
Yeah, clearly.
Had you been doing a whole nother type of music, that may not ever even be the case. It might not even form that way. Because you know what I used to realize before I got signed? I used to be on 97 and finna pull off. Where you finna go? It's a lot of places I'm finna go that niggas want to jump in. The studio wasn't one. I would leave all the time. You gonna say, all right, I'll holler at you. So, until it turned into something that was like big, no nigga wanted to go to the studio.
Right. It's crazy.
Oh, bye.
That's not what they own. They don't.
Nah.
Man, people who are around these men, all these people, these successful men, somebody needs to, but I think it get to a point where it's nothing you could tell them. They own what they own. Because it get like that. It's like, it's nothing you could tell me. It's up. And even though the logic you telling me, I'm not going to hear it. I'm on that. I know it's bullshit, and I don't care. Like, I'm on bullshit. Because I think everybody goes in thinking that they're going to win until they don't win.
Right.
So they thinking, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. We going to smash these niggas and keep it pushing. And it ends up not being keep it pushing. Somebody dies and somebody goes to jail. And now both y'all lives are over.
That's another thing. The assumption that I'm going to win, keeping it at a certain tempo so consistently is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because you're not more skilled. I don't know what it is about you that make you think that nigga is not capable of having a W. What are you relying on? He got the same amount of rounds. He ain't got no training, just like you ain't got no training. He mad, you mad. It's all about the element of surprise most of the time. And I was taught a long time ago, that's your best weapon in any type of altercation. So when you got two energies that's up, both on it, it's about who get at who first.
Yeah, who get first. That's why it's best to just, because you're right, we're both capable of doing this to each other, so let's not. Because that's the only real result, is that you do need to sit down and have a discussion, because it's going there. It's a train wreck.
Right.
Because you got it, they got it, and it's just, but it's just really, really sad. And I really hope it stops happening. Because a month from now, or 2 weeks from now, it's going to be another story.
I hate to say, I anticipate that too. You think Yella Beezy gonna come from up under this, or you think it's over?
I think it's over, and why is because they got him so later. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they would arrest him right away, I would be like, okay, everybody's saying the Yella Beezy did or whatever. But to wait all this time and you already have the shooters, it's looking ugly.
So do you think they need more evidence other than the shooter saying he paid me, or you think them just saying that is gonna be enough?
I think they're gonna need more evidence of the payment, and they probably have it. They probably have it. He probably, I don't know, but I was watching something. They said the day after Mo 3, and if so, this is the dumbest shit ever, but the day after Mo 3 died, he withdrew like $40,000 or something. Just something that's like, man, come on now.
No, don't tell me that.
You gotta be slicker than that.
No, fuck that. We gotta give him one of these, Nooney. I know that. Just rolling trucking. I appreciate the super chat, man. Keep it coming. Love the consistency. Yes, if you did not know, here in the Black Box, we in the midst of a constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign. Oh, my mama.
That part.
And Nooney Green is to the side of me. She here to help me in this campaign today. She'll be back, too.
Yep. You gonna see me more often,
So John Smith said, cuz I'm going through life like that now because of my past and what I rep and how I rep it violently. Everybody acts scary now, but it's cool because I know I'm great-hearted, and great-hearted I'll end up cool. There you go, John Smith. You have a very, very common name. I think that is probably the most common name on the names of common lists, other than Mike Jones or Mike Smith. But yeah, bro, if you walked around being on the rough end and cause people to be off, you got to give them that same time to get used to the new you, bro. You can't force them.
Right. Yeah, it's a cold game, man. And you change, and hopefully you get a chance to have a different mind. As you grow older, you should change.
Definitely.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes getting all that money so fast, you don't have enough time to have your bank account growing. You're not growing.
You know what I learned? I think you're gonna start learning. I know you're probably learning it now, but you're gonna learn more. A lot of my growth came through the natural process of parenting.
Okay.
Just knowing what I refuse to be in the eyesight of my children, and making decisions and steps to not be that. And it was just that. And
right.
And it wasn't no lesson. Shit I knew I should have been doing just in general. As soon as I became a parent, I got to it just because I could not live in a state of them looking at me a certain way. So
right.
I couldn't be it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how you'll do more. Sometimes you won't do it for yourself.
Yes.
Right? But something, whether it's a child or something you care deeply about,
Yes.
could get you going.
And maybe that's why we have one another in this world to feed off of, lean off of. 'Cause earlier, the word use came up. And I was talking about how I don't feel like use is a bad word or a phrase to be used is not bad. I think to be misused is definitely bad. But I think anything that is not of use or it's not useful, it should be discarded and thrown away. Only things I would like to keep around me are useful. When I need to cut things, I use these. My keys, I use my keys to access other things. I use my phone. These are useful things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. When you said that shit hit.
This is not useful. So you know what I'm doing with it?
Throw it away.
Yeah, I can't use it.
So you want to be.
You want to be used.
Yeah, man. When you said that shit hit, but not misused.
Not misused. That's when we're going to have a problem.
Right.
Yes. Hey, you did this shit like a champ, Nooney. Like, usually when I don't have the chemistry of podcasting with somebody, filling in the gaps, the empty moments, it'd be difficult, it'd be awkward. This shit flows so organically. I'm eager for you to get back. We done filled up our hour. We done ran through some topics. We ain't got to stretch it out no longer. Let these people know where they can catch up and keep up with you at.
Well, Nooney Green on everything. YouTube, Apple Music, Instagram. Tune into my music. I got Player Made on iTunes right now. And y'all check in.
I see the screen freeze. Can y'all still hear us? 'Cause I see the screen froze. I was just finna get to the next phase anyway. But just because it's doing that, and I ain't gonna try to force to fix it, we up out of here. Oh, my mama, do me a favor. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Nah, they ain't got no nut with no whack ass in it. Don't get caught with your drawers down. When I'm naked, I lay on my side, I lay on my stomach, I lay on my back.
No Hanes, Calvin Klein, Fruit of the Looms, mushroom moon, suited up in the room, waiting to be manipulated, mounted in mall. Madam Mika said, nigga, strip down to your drawers on the set. Must not have heard her correctly, cause cuz bit the pillow laying literally naked. Biggest mouth, bad girls clubhouse, pyro, belly down, booty up, buns out, lucky. She work with the creep and the duct tape. Freaky ass fetish film, one man fuck tape. Wiretap nigga, known to tip the laws off. Nasty on the camera with your motherfucking jaws off.
You be screaming till you pass out. Who knew you did it with your ass out? Talking to you blue in the face. I'm just trying to take you to the bank, 2 to the face, 2, 2, 3 is a K, and K can't make you a real nigga. I pray for any nigga that deal with you. I shoot the Tommy off the hill, figure wow. It's try to put you on the menu. I got a pack of drawers I can lend you. Big business what I'm into. I got a pack of drawers I can lend you.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
When you get caught up, I hope them statements don't get bored up. We them niggas that's wicked, no need to warn us on one. Out lurking looking for a Vic. Nigga thinking with his dick, that's an easy lick. Kicking the doors, notorious, it's well known. Talk tough, but only gangsta on a cell phone. Just know the G's gon' get it in on the mission. Before it's done, they ain't leaving a witness. Back out, running the crib like a trap house. Straps out, can't do shit cause you assed out. Could get you lined by an internet diva. Ain't it ironic how my sister named Mika?
Had you on camera, ass up, looking back. Somebody please tell me what kind of gangster is that? Thought you was a real one, but I take that back. You a sus nigga with a team full of rats. Keep losing respect, you can't get back. Know you know some real niggas, but you ain't that. You a certified weirdo, I'm talking this and that. How you calling niggas out when you the same type of cat? Type of work popped up, and where the fuck you at? No smut on your name, nigga, what the fuck is that? Rock me calling hoes like, don't forget the strap. Waiting until he get his ass cheeks clapped.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Whole new meaning when we say you niggas whack now. Weird Real niggas better check these whole bitches back. How you represent your hood, getting caught with your ass out. You with the industry, I think that nigga really trapped now. And I'ma take the side that I'm supposed to. You on Clubhouse, you should be on Pro Tools. I wouldn't sign to you, all your artists old news. Nigga think you should night, this ain't the old school. From North Cali to the South, nigga. We hate watching niggas crash out, nigga. You too old to be doing shit for clout, nigga. We ain't with the going out like a clown, nigga. You know you wrong, nigga. How the fuck you get caught without them draws, nigga? Hella old and exposed, like come on, nigga. Now that big U cosign is gone, nigga.
Black 100, face all bumpy. Egghead nigga, mama shoulda named you Humpty. I dump thee, nigga, you are nothing. We all know the story, you the draws down, homie. DOE, I do my dirt by my loan. And don't let me catch you in Kentucky. KY Jelly probably all that you want. And I bet you the booty goon that Ray J was floating. I heard you a rat, that's why you like to fuck with him. Fruit booty nigga on Clubhouse, ass up with him. All that pot shit, and that nip shit. It makes sense why you and Cali watching Nip Dick. On Netflix, wanna be tycoon. Heard about that Whack 100, Jeffrey Dahmer Part 2. Draws down your new name, and nigga, oh the irony. Your face look like Warren Fish burned or the butt cheek. It's real rap, all facts over feelings. It's a hit on your name, and you know I'ma kill it. SBI say to get him. You know a nigga whack, it took 15 minutes just to hop on the track.
Boy, don't get caught with your drawers down. They telling me it's a nigga laying on the bed.
Nigga in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac, shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, cuz. Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, Craig.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!